Professional service providers have a way to go in making a mark on gender equality and empowering women in the workplace, marketplace and community. Why am I saying this? Well, this season has been centred around female partners of accounting firms. My guests on the show have been women who have smashed through the glass ceiling to stand toe-to-toe with their male peers in the boardroom and the business world, which unfortunately is still noteworthy in the world we live in and not an easy undertaking, even in this modern day and age. But it is getting better. I was blown away by their stories of strength and perseverance, and I want to reflect right now on some of the things that they told me. Jess Telford, partner at Orion Partners, shared a little truth about what she would tell her 20-year-old self, and her message was to be kind to others.
I would tell 20-year-old Jess that things don't always go to plan, but don't give up. Just refocus, be kind to yourself, and work hard. Be kind to other people and work hard, and it does work out in the long run. Life throws us crazy situations that you don't ever see coming, especially in your 20s.
Yeah.
So, it's just
play the long game.
Absolutely.
Christina Gulliver, partner at Brentnells SA, had a message for other accountants about how they could give back to their community.
I think there's an assumption out there that all of these community organisations and not-for-profits have got someone sitting in a treasurer role or in their board roles that is qualified to be there. And a lot of the time these people might just be a parent or someone that was already within the organisation that's been roped into that role that actually has no experience or background.
Have you heard the term voluntold?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, they're voluntold into it.
So I think it's an amazing way for particularly accountants to give back to their community by volunteering for the local sporting clubs or kindies, childcare schools, any governing councils, and to be able to contribute their skills to the organisation and to provide a fresh set of eyes.
Jennifer Ma, Managing Director at Chapman Capital Partners, told me how it's so important in your career, if you want to achieve anything, that at a young age you start out thinking about how to master your craft. There are no shortcuts, unfortunately.
Life is finite. And, if I think of a person that's coming up in their career, me at the age of 21 and moving through, there's a couple of things. One is don't underestimate yourself. But having said that, you've got to play the long game. And what I mean by that is there's moments that you have to be patient and you actually have to work hard at your craft and do what is being asked of you and do it well. So sometimes I can see young people coming up and they want to go into the tangent of X, but they haven't mastered and their why yet. So they need to do that and do it really well.
Angela Stavropoulos, partner at Pilot Partners, considers the highlight of her career when she was made partner. But it certainly has its challenges when you're a mother with a demanding career.
Having to be able to juggle home life, being a mum and a wife, and also being career-driven.
Focused.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
It is hard.
There's so much mental load, I think, that goes along with that, thinking what's the birthday party on the weekend?
That's exactly
what
right.
are we having for dinner? Who's coming over and who's going to clean their bedrooms?
Correct.
And all those things. You're never off, as well as those client pressures and working with medical professionals. They work all the time. So
they work all the time. They contact us after hours. They contact us on weekends.
That's when they're available.
So that's exactly right. So it's being able to never switch off, knowing how to juggle.
Imelda Alexopoulos, partner at PwC, has achieved so much, and she let us in on something very personal to her that might have stopped someone else in their tracks, but she overcame with tremendous courage.
I think what I would say to 18-year-old Imelda is that you're going to be okay. So I lost my mum when I was 23, and I lost my dad when I was 25, and I was an only child. So I think that what I'm really, really grateful for is that I never took my parents for granted.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the most amazing childhood and a fantastic relationship with my parents. And yeah, I think probably at 23, I would have said to myself, you're going to be okay. And completely blessed for, having had them for as long as I had them as my parents.
Caitlin Adams, partner at HLB Manjud, is learning not to overcompensate because perhaps she feels guilty about not being able to be everywhere for everyone as a working mother.
I don't know if I'm trying to overcompensate because I feel like I might drop the ball here, or I'm not at school all the time, or I can't be in the office all the time. So then I overcompensate and say yes to everything to give off this perception that I've got it all together. I don't. I'm held together by dry shampoo and concealer. 100%. It's all a front.
It's worthy of thinking about, probably.
Yes. I need to start saying no. I really didn't need to be the first aid officer.
Anetta Johnston, partner at KPMG, has worked very hard to be where she is today, but she's determined not to stop there.
I really enjoy what I do at the moment. I think as I get older and learn to say no to things that I know I should say no to, I think I'll be able to, rest a bit more and commit time to doing, other things with my family or fun things.
Maybe road trips.
Maybe, we do road trips, but not enough of them, and they're brilliant. I love them. Maybe the first female chair of KPMG.
Oh, that's
I'm
putting it out there.
Put it out there into the universe.
That would be incredible.
That might be something, 10 years, but always have to aim for something, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Put it out there.
Annie Flanagan, CEO of Better Business Basics, has done everything in her power to create a flexible working environment where women and men alike don't have to feel guilty about working part-time hours. She rejects the term part-time hours, part-time brain.
I had a big thing to prove about making sure that you could build a part-time team.
Mm-hmm.
And it was I set out right at the beginning to make sure that it could be done. And I was determined it could be done. And I believe it can be done, and it's been proven to be the case. But we've got really interesting people that work for us who do other things outside the work they do for us.
Great.
Which I think is fantastic. And I think it's sort of dispelled the myth around, part-time employment, part-time brain. And I, it's always angered me deeply that women, when they have children, feel as if they have to downgrade or put their careers on hold, and I never understood. And I think it's really lovely to start to see men working part-time. So when you interview a man and they say, actually, I want 4 days a week, and they're actually okay about it.
Yeah. Sarah McEachen, partner at Nexia Edwards Marshall, wants to, more than anything, help people improve. And this includes her clients and her team.
My purpose. This was a really good test. And a good opportunity to kind of take a step back and think about it, because it's probably not something that we do on a regular basis. Or I probably haven't for a little while. And my purpose was helping people improve, whether that be clients, staff, or myself personally, from a personal and professional development type perspective. I think my purpose is that sort of helping develop people and helping them improve and learn new things, helping clients grow their businesses and improve as well. So, yeah, that's what I sort of summarised my purpose.
Yeah, because that, I think, having talked to you today is reflected in probably every area that you talked about.
Yeah.
Meryl Johnson, CEO at Bean Ninjas, admitted that part of starting Bean Ninjas and growing the business included having to learn how to be a CEO.
From the perspective of my role as CEO, I've had to figure out what it actually means to be a CEO, because I started the business with me and a co-founder. So it was just two of us, and we put in $500 each. So we had $1,000, and it was really quite a slow first 6 months to figure out what we were doing, what we were selling, really how much to charge for it, building a team. And so now 4 years in, I'm out of day-to-day operations, and I really had to think about, well, what does it mean to be a good leader, and what does it mean to be a CEO? And now I'm figuring out that it's more about setting the vision for the business and then communicating that well so that the rest of the team feels excited about that and feels motivated.
Lisa Pritchard, director at Holman Hodge, believes in making the complicated simple for her clients. And she has a great way of looking at life and how to deal with problems when they arise.
Don't take things too personally. And there is a saying which I always butcher, I think it was Mahatma Gandhi who said it, which is something along the lines of, if you can fix it, don't worry about it. And if you can't fix it, don't worry about it. And it's sort of, it has worked for me because, people make mistakes. I've made technical mistakes over the years, and you beat yourself up about it and you think, but, I can fix it. So if I can fix it, I might as well stop being upset about whatever it is that's happened and just fix it, because that's what I have to do. Yeah. And if you can't fix it, well, there's really not very much I've actually ever come across that can't be fixed. There's and if you can't, you can't. So you just have to manage the consequences or whatever's come out in the end.
It was so much fun to connect with such an amazing group of women who know their strengths, who know their worth, and despite the challenges and hardships that they've endured, they've kept smiling and remained kind to others. It shouldn't be that women are the exception. I'll leave you with that thought. Thank you to all of my guests and the listeners out there who continue to tune in. See you soon for Season 5. We'll be revealing an exciting sponsor for Season 5 shortly.